Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic for what is quite a special puzzle for commemorating our approach into 300,000 subscribers. Now, first of all, I will say that I try and find a quiet time of day to do these videos. I honestly do. But as you'll be aware, probably from past ones, I live in a small flat in central London most of the time, and unfortunately, sometimes there is somebody working near me. Other times we have building work going on the flat next door. And although it had been quiet for a while, suddenly the banging started up a few minutes ago, and it could go on all afternoon. So I'm going to have to record my video anyway. So apologies if that's a bit off-putting. It's not quite as loud as it has been in the past, thank God. Right. Now, the exciting news is actually about Patreon. Tomorrow is the first of the month, and therefore the day for our Patreon reward puzzle. And puzzle is the wrong word. This time it is puzzle hunt. It's a Sudoku hunt prepared by, well, we wrote to Udakos, who we felt sorry he hadn't got in the book yet. So we said, would he be prepared to put together a puzzle hunt, a Sudoku hunt for December for us? And he got Stefan Bura on board. They're both excellent constructors. I think we've featured between them 7 times on the channel, always really good puzzles. And it will not surprise you to learn they have put together a fantastic Sudoku hunt that we're going to be releasing tomorrow. Literally, this is for people who pay us $2 a month to be patrons. And if you pay us $3, you'll get to see our video explaining the hunt later in the month. And we may even explain the form the hunt was in when we got it, which was a bit harder, to be fair. It's still not easy. It's going to be a really interesting challenge, but I think anybody who's been following the channel and learning some of the techniques will be able to do it. Some of the challenge will be in working out the rules for the puzzles, but some of it will be in doing the puzzles, and they are brilliant Sudokus. I mean, really, it's quality. Do join Patreon if you haven't already, and get ready for the release of that hunt tomorrow. Still just fine-tuning it now, but it's really good to go. Now, this puzzle is Stefan Bura's... No, it's not. I've got the... Sorry, Stefan contributed to the hunt. This is Olimar's 300,000 subscriber tribute. We're closing in. We might be there by the time we release this video, or we might not. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. That might get us there. But we're over 299,000 already. And if you look at the thermos in this grid, you'll see CTC down the left and 300K. Doesn't take much of an eye of faith to see that. I only just realised that it also says 300,000 in the sandwich clues at the bottom. So this is Thermo Sudoku, where the thermos increase from the bulb to the end. Each cell must show an increase in value. Where you have these kind of conjoint thermos, this must be the lowest number. Then this must be higher than that. But then after this, each of these 3 branches must be higher than that one. So you're always working from a bulb to an end in a sequence of getting bigger, basically. Now, the sandwich clues mean that in that row or column, the clue shows you the total of the digits between the 1 and the 9. So for one of these, the total of the digits between the 1 and the 9 is 3. And for all the other 5, the 1 and the 9 are next to each other. There are 0 digits between them. So I shouldn't say there are 0 digits. There are digits adding up to 0, i.e. 0 digits between them. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and that's the rules of the puzzle. Now, I will also, just before I get going, mention that there is new Christmas merchandise on the store under the video. Just click on Cracking the Cryptic and then click the store button, and you'll see some Christmas hoodies which are proving quite popular. They've got a Christmas miracle Sudoku on them, and they are flying. So there we go. That's what's going on. Now, do try this puzzle on the link below the video. Based on Olimar's brilliant previous puzzles, he did a thermo of Simon's face, you may remember, and a 250,000 tribute puzzle. I think it's going to be approachable but fun. I mean, that's the standard he's hit before. So do have a go. I'm finally going to have a go now. Let's get cracking. And we do have a long thermo that's probably going to be worth noting the candidates for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I will mention while I fill in the candidates for this that Olimar mentioned that at the end of the puzzle there's a kind of bonus thing. He's included, or there are included, 2 palindromic T-shaped hammers, one of them near the nail, because this puzzle is called 300,000 Nailed It. I presume this is the nail. And there's 2 palindromic T-shaped hammers in the puzzle, one of them near the nail. I'm not even sure I'm going to understand that when I get there. Okay, that wasn't as helpful as I'd hoped. Column 1. There's only one place to put a 1 in this, because when a 1's on a thermo, it has to be on the bulb. So we can put the 1 in there. How does that help? Okay, well, we've got some 6-cell thermos, and that 1 is seeing this bulb. So 2, 3, or 4 at least restricts the degrees of freedom on that. It means 1 in this central box. Oh yes, look, even better, 1 in the central row. Where can 1 be there? If a 1's on a thermo, it has to be on a bulb. There are no thermo bulbs, yet there are 8 cells on thermos. So the 1 has to be there. Then we get a 1 in one of those 2 cells. And that didn't really help much. Let's fill in the candidates, because that is often the way to really see one's way, to see the path through puzzles with no given digits and lots of thermos. So, I mean, it's impressive to create this with just the contributory thermos and no given digits. The contributory thermos and the sandwich clues, all of them totally relevant. 5 is the most, because 6 is the most here. Oh no, it's not, because those could be the same, so that could be a 7. Let's not forget possibilities. Oh, lots there though, and in both of these. Okay, that's not that helpful. Finally, one more thermo to put all the candidates on. I'm not a huge fan of doing this, but on the other hand, it does help one, as I said, see one's way through a lot of the time. And here, lots of candidates, so this may be a bit silly on this thermo, but job done now. Anyway, let's see if this is telling us anything. Almost look, yes, okay, where does 2 go in the central row? There were other ways to see that, but this way has shown me that 2, the only cell where it's even a candidate, is here. That means this can't be a 2, so that's taking quite a few possibilities off the top thermo. Same down here. As the drilling starts next door, I'm sorry, I literally can't control these builders. Oh, and where does 9 go in this column? Oh yes, again, only one candidate, because the corollary to 1, if it's on a thermo, always has to be on the bulb, is that 9 always has to be on the end. So that goes there. That takes one of the digits, one of the degrees of freedom off the long thermo that spells the 3. Now surely we can see something. Maybe not. What can we see? 2, no. Oh Lord, I'm very sorry about that. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, can't resolve that finally. Okay, are there any 2s or 9s here? No. But one of these must be an 8. And that means one of these ends must be a 9. So that can't be a 9. Still 2 possibilities in the middle row for a 9. Look, that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quintuple. Each of those cells, and there are 5 of them, is from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one can't be a 6. These are from 7, 8, and 9. Oh, that's not quite helpful enough. Am I missing a set in the middle. Yeah, where can 3 go in the middle row? Oh, that is interesting. None of these can be a 3 because of their thermo positions. So 3 is actually there, which is nice because it's taking out one of the huge candidate numbers cells. But does that get anything else done? Not really. So 2 in this row though now is confined to that one. 2, that means that 2 in row 6 is here, which is not very helpful because that already couldn't be a 1. That hasn't narrowed down any other possibilities. And of course, I've forgotten to look at the sandwich clues, which are incredibly helpful, especially as we've got this 1 here and a 0 there. So we can put 9 in next to the 1. So that's a nice start. What about the other ones? 1 and 9, well, they could involve those cells or up here. This one, oh, this one's quite interesting actually. Look, 1 and 9 can't be there because that can't be. They can't use any of those cells. They can't be there because 1 and 9 are already in the box. So this has to be a 1 or 9 together with one of those. 1 can't be here. 9 can't be here, which restricts the rest of that thermo. In fact, now there's only one place for 8 in the first column, which is here. That puts 9 there, and we've got another 0 clue, so we can put 1 on the thermo. It hasn't narrowed down the rest of that thermo, but we've got digits in the grid. I'm happy enough with that. 1 and 9 there, and look, that 3 clue, incredibly helpful. If 1 and 9 are the crusts of this sandwich, then 3 has to be the single digit 3. We can't use 1 again in the sandwich. It has to be there with the other 1 or 9 the other side of it. I say incredibly helpful. It finishes that clue. Now, where can 1 and 9 be in the final column? They have to be together, final row. They have to be together. Obviously not those cells. Certainly could be those 2. Can't involve that cell, or you'd end up with 3 lots of 1 and 9 in this box. So that's a possibility. That's not, because we've got a 1 and 9 in the column. Okay, there are some possibilities. I thought we might be able to finish that off. Not the case. Never mind. 1 and 9 there, though, means that this is not a 1 or 9. Therefore, in this column, where 1 and 9 have to be together in column 8, they have to be in the top 3 cells. Therefore, this one is one of them. Because of the 1 over there, that has to be a 9. 1's in one of the other ones. 1 and 9 must be in these 2 cells, and not in that one, where it's already seeing a 1-9 pair. That's beautiful construction. So these 2 are 1 and 9, and on the end of a thermo, you couldn't have a 1. So that nail is very helpful. Gives us a 9 there, 1 there. Now in this row, 1 and 9 have to be together. 1 can't be there anymore, so it's there. And that resolves the 9 and 1. Now we can finish off this clue with a 9 here. And I think suddenly all the sandwiches are done. Well, given that there's a 1 in one of those cells. Right. Now, what else has that taught us about the puzzle, if anything? Actually, it doesn't help very much. 9s and 1s are so extreme, they don't limit the thermos much. But we've got a lot of stuff placed now. 9 at the top is in one of those. 1 could be in any of those, annoyingly, especially on the bulb of the thermo. That is very possible. So, what else can we find? Again, might start looking for doubles, triples, quadruples, anything that's been reduced to 1 possibility. I'm not really finding anything. Fair enough. 9, 1. Oh dear. No, I don't know what to do with this cell. 1, 9, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crikey. Okay, that hasn't worked out quite as helpfully as I'd expected. So let's keep going, see what I'm missing. 198. 7 is restricted to one of those two. That's not very helpful. 2s, 3s. 3 could still be in either of those. Ah, it can't be there. Is that any use? Not really. Well, I suppose it puts 3 in one of these two cells. Yes, that is some use. 3 in box 9 has to be in one of those two, because those are ruled out by the thermo and those by the Sudoku position of that. So now 3 in row 7 has to be here. Okay, that is quite helpful. It puts a 2 on the bulb, takes 3 out of that, 2 out of that. This can't be 4. 3, 2, 9, 1. These can't be 9. So now they're both got to be bigger than that. That can't be 7 anymore. That can still be any candidate remaining in the box. Oh, come on. There must be something this is giving me that's better. 2 is confined to one of those two cells, which doesn't really tell me anything I didn't know. 7, 8 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, 9 in the middle row. Has to be here. Yeah, okay. Again, putting in the extremes doesn't help very much. But it does take 9 out of there, puts it in there. Doesn't give us the 1 that we need. So all of those are still possible for the remaining 1s. I think we've finished all the 9s now, though. Still 3s could be in either of those positions and either of those, so they're not resolved. 2 now, can't be in any of those. Okay, so 2 in row 9 is in one of these two. That puts 2 in box 9 in one of those. That's not finishing anything off. This has to be less. This K shape is perhaps the oddest one we have still going for us here. That can't be 9 anymore. Actually, that, first of all, that feeds all the way back down the thermo to the beginning, reducing possibilities, but it leaves a 7-8 pair, and we've got a 3-4-5 triple in row 4. Okay, I did not notice that. Sorry if you did. You've probably been shouting it at me. Maybe that's what got me there. Right, so this can't be 7 anymore. That means this can't be 6. Again, that goes all the way down the thermo. They're all reduced to 2 possibilities now. This can't be 7. This is the only place 8 can be in the row, which doesn't help with the thermo, but it does make that 7. That makes that an 8. This can't be 7, and that goes all the way back down, and that surely gives us a 3-4 pair. Yes. 5 there. That makes this 4. Box 4 is completely done. 4 there. Oh, still they're not finished. 2, 9. So 2, 9, 8. These are from 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 1 and 7 are both in this row. That's not conclusive. That 4 is looking there. So that becomes a 3. That becomes a 2. This is a 5. It's a naked single. I like it when they come to the rescue. 8 to finish the column. 4, I think we can finish the whole of box 1 thanks to its thermo. And column 1 for the same reason. Not quite there. We get a 6-7 pair to finish. Both are allowable on the thermo. 7, 1, 2. That 3 is looking at that cell. That 1 resolves all our remaining 1s. and finishes the last sandwich clue. Let's take out those pencil marks. I put in a 3 there because I worked out that that 3 was telling me what that was, so I should have put in a 2. I hope that's the only mistake I did there in typing. 297 91832. That is now 5, 6, or 7. This can't be an 8, so we've got a 5, 6, 7 triple. Yes, the only place 3 can be is here. 4 there for the box. That makes that 4 and 5. That finishes that thermo. That finishes this box. And that finishes box 6. So real progress there. Not a helpful digit, but it does put the 3 at the bottom, 3 at the top. All of these cells can be a 3. Must be a little tiny X-wing up there. 7 and 4 to go in there. Yes, we can do those thanks to the 7 in row 2. They can't have a 7 now. 4, 9, 7 in column 5 must be there. That can still be a 7, so I can't finish those off. This is a naked single. 4, 5, 6, 1, 9 in the column, 2, 3, 8 in the row, and it is a 7. So we can finish the 7s off, just as I was saying we couldn't. 6 and 4 in the bottom row. Yes, they are doable. 2, 8, 5. No, they're not doable in row 8. These now can't be 4. They're getting narrowed all the time. 4 must be there in row 7, leaving a 5 and 8 to resolve. And up there. 5, 4, and 6. Yes, the 4 has to be here because of these 4s. 4, 9, 1, 2, 7, 3. That's now a naked single. 8. 5 and 6 to go in the final column. 3's up there. 8 in column 7 must be there. That fixes the 2. We get a 5, 6 pair. Yes, that confirms the 8, 5 placing. 5 there. 6 there, which sorts out the last thermo. And now we are just finishing off. Nice puzzle, that. Very, very, very typical of Olimar. Really, really neat bit of logic to get us going there. I missed that lack of a 6 for a long time in the middle, wasn't it? And sorting out this thermo. Sorry about the banging. It continues apace. As I say, at least it's been a bit quieter than in past videos, but apologies for it anyway. Do subscribe if it's still needed to get us to 300,000. Even if it isn't, you will enjoy the videos, I promise. And thank you very much for watching, as always. Do look forward to that puzzle hunt on Patreon tomorrow as well. It's going to be very good. Tracking the Cryptid. See you soon. Bye for now.